Hello, happy Sunday. Oh my goodness, it's our weekly hang where I get to answer your questions. So these are questions you drop in the comments on any of the videos. So if you have a question you want me to answer on these Sundays, drop them there. I promise we'll answer them on the next live. For our OPC members, obviously in the members only group, we answer your questions every single day and we check your form when you want us to. So you can keep dropping them there. All right, today it's about creative transitions. I was asked, like, can you talk about the creative transitions you can do in the Pilates exercises? And honestly, that's like days-long workshops. But I want to give you something that you can take away that I felt like was such a good thing for me. So I'm going to give you the too long didn't read, the short synopsis, and then we're going to kind of go into it. So here's the deal. In classical Pilates, on the mat and reformer, there are transitions into every exercise. On the reformer, often it's a teaser transition. So you would literally be lying down in your reformer and you'd teaser up and you can change your springs, right? That's kind of the thing between every exercise on the reformer. On the mat, there are transitions between each exercise. What I have done for you is this. One, in our mat playlist, there are actually 3 videos that take you through every transition there is on the mat routine. So you can check those out for free on this channel in the mat playlist. You'll see them as a one rep, like we're talking about one exercise to the next, and I broke it up into 3 videos. Super short, super easy. You can write notes, take them in. Next thing you can do on our mat and reformer flashcards, we actually have put in not just the action, the setup and how to do it, and then the action of the exercise, but also the transition to the next exercise is on the card. And on the reformer, we gave you a couple different options for transitions so that if you're not ready for a super advanced exercise or not, you can see how you can transition there. I love some of those transitions. So that's our super short, don't have time. That's where you need to go. Watch our other videos in the mat playlist and also grab our flashcards, okay? The next thing I want to give you is a little bit more of like just a chat with you. Hi. Full permission to make up whatever transition you want that allows you to keep the connections from one exercise to the next. What do I mean by that? Some exercises have very obvious transitions. For example, rolling like a ball into single leg stretch. You grab a leg and you lean back and you go right into it. And then the double leg stretch, you just go right into it, right? But some exercises, for example, the saw to swan, there isn't one. I got to flip over onto my stomach. But how can I make this flip still keep all of the work that I did? Do I need to squeeze my legs together and flip over? What would be the best thing for my body in that moment to see that I don't have to like reset up? So what I see a lot of people do is like they take a lot of time getting here and then everything hangs out. So how can you, as you advance, make the exercises transition so that you're not losing the connections? When people are new, if you're a beginner watching this, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You don't have the endurance to keep all those connections anyways from one to the next. But the more advanced you get, you just want to think like, how do I go from this exercise to this one without losing it? Whatever transition you want to do there is fine. Now, I will say there are some fun ones we can play with. So I actually really like the corkscrew into saw and thinking of that as a transition. So for example, corkscrew, you're lying on your back, you're circling your legs from one side to the other. And how do we circle these legs around? Open the legs up, take our arms wide, and go right into the saw, right? So that you can kind of take that open leg rocker vibe with you to set up from corkscrew to saw. Something else you can do that's really fun is in the sidekick series. Again, this is when you get more advanced because when you're newer, you're still working on the endurance of this, right? So transitions mean you don't take a break. So you can actually take, after your sidekick series, take your legs together, lie all along one side of your mat. So you're in a straight line. Lift everything up like you're a banana. Flip over, and then find yourself on the other side. And then you can set up the other way. And then you can all the way over to the other side. So you can have some fun there. The important thing is to ask yourself, who is this for? Is this for the level that they're at? Why are we doing this transition? How does this help them keep the connections? And embody the method more. If it is for entertainment purposes, then it's not necessary. And I say that with like lots of love. It just gets more confusing, right? Entertainment is not why people are doing this work. They're doing this work to connect more to themselves. So that is my truly thought, the way I think about transitioning to an exercise is how does this help the person keep the strength they just gave them from an exercise? And then how can this teach them what they need for another thing? And anything beyond that, if they're not ready for it, and it's just for entertainment's sake, like, oh, I'm trying to be creative so they don't get bored. I promise you, people don't get bored. They don't remember what they had for dinner last night. So really, if the more you can keep them introspective in their body, the better it is for them. And again, if you want all the transitions on the mat and reformer, please check out our flashcards or check out the free videos I have in my mat playlist. You can also go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube to get a 40-day trial with me over at OPC, and you'll see how we transition people on things like the one-to-chair Cadillac and other types of classes, because we all work with transitions. It's an all-level class, and it works with the particular theme we have in mind. So that link is in the show notes below. Again, we'll be back next Sunday to answer your questions, so drop them in the comments. I hope this was helpful, and I'd love to hear how you use this information. Thank you so much.